Our next guest says the Fed is going to keep pushing the U.S. dollar higher. Dennis Gartman, a publisher of the Gartman Letter, joins us now back on Kitco News. It's been too long, Dennis.
You guys will let anybody on this show.
Absolutely not.
Scrape the bottom of the barrel. There I am.
You're always a friend of Kitco. So you're a main speaker here at the conference. You just came off your presentation.
Yeah.
So I like how you said you're not chasing interest rates, though, right?
No,
you're not following that story?
No, I'm not. I'm not paying a great good deal of attention to that story. I think over time interest rates are going to go higher, but not dramatically. So many people have been betting on an end to the decline, the final termination of the long-term decline in rates. And they've been betting on that for years. Eventually rates will go higher. When they do, if you missed the bottom in rates, or excuse me, if you missed the top in rates back in 1982, if you didn't turn bullish of the bond market till 1986, if you missed it by 4 years, you were still there in plenty of time. My bet is that the bear market in bonds will play out exactly the same way.
Do you think we'll see one in December?
What, a rate cut?
Yeah.
I mean, a rate increase?
Hike, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see a rate increase in December.
Okay.
We may not see another one for a long time thereafter, but yeah, almost certainly we'll see a rate increase in December.
And speaking of placing bets, I also like how you said there's many things you wouldn't bet against, but China's not one of them.
I won't bet against China. I'm not sure that I'll bet for China, but I'm not going to bet against China. How many people have you heard who've been betting on the end of the economic upturn in China, have been betting on it for the last 20 years? If there's one thing you know for certain, the biggest exodus of human beings in the history of mankind is taking place in China as 600, 700, 800 million people are moving from the western provinces of China, which are poverty-stricken, to the eastern provinces of China, where China's economic growth has been strong and continued. That's not going to change. Those people are going to continue to move. Has China overbuilt some housing? Sure. Have they overbuilt steel production? Sure. Is it a bad bet to bet against China? Absolutely.
So are you bullish the industrial metals?
I think one has to.
If you believe in the China story.
If you take a look at what's going on in tin, aluminum, zinc over the past year and a half, they're up 40, 50, 60, 100%. Copper is probably the only base metal that's actually down year over year. But on balance, most of the base metals are doing better. A lot of people who would have bet on the demise of China would have had the wrong bet on.
And I know it's a long time since we last spoke, but I always remember you saying you like things that if you dropped it on your foot,
Yes.
if it hurts, you like it.
Yeah, well, I'm
sticking to that?
I'm going to stick to that. I'm an old guard guy. I don't understand big pharma. I don't understand high tech. I never shall. I understand how to count the number of ships out there. I understand how to count the number of tons of steel that are produced. I can count the number of bushels of soybeans that are made. I want to own the things that if I drop them on my foot will hurt. It's just an easier thing for me to understand because those are finite numbers. Have people done well betting on high tech? Yes, God bless them. It is what drives the world. Do I understand it? No, I shall not. I'm too late in my dotage to understand high tech, but I understand steel. I understand copper, that sort of thing.
And you also understand gold. Part of my daily ritual is I receive the Gartman Letter in the morning and I read it and I see how oftentimes you're surprised by gold's performance, surprised that it didn't buckle under the pressure of a stronger U.S. dollar index recently.
Yeah, I am. Now, again, I'm bullish of gold, but not in dollar terms, because I'm very bullish of the dollar.
Right.
And again, why would I want to buy something using a strong currency when I can buy something using a weak currency? It's eminently sensible to me to do that. So I'm very bullish of gold in euro terms. I'm incipiently bullish of gold in yen-denominated terms. I'm ambivalent of gold in dollar terms. I'm bullish of the dollar, and therefore I'm not sure that gold in dollar terms can do much of anything.
So you like gold in euro terms.
Yes.
Do you think that we won't see tightening, that Draghi will continue?
Oh, Draghi has no choice but to continue to ease monetary policy. He has absolutely no choice. Even when we begin the process, and we've already begun the process of tightening because the adjusted monetary base has been declining now for almost 2 years. People are not paying attention to that fact. The Fed has already begun the process of tightening by allowing old debt securities in its portfolio to roll off. That's a tightening. That's a very distinct tightening. We're doing that. The monetary authorities in Europe have no choice but to continue to be expansionary. They're doing that. So again, I'm going to be bullish. They expect to create an inflation. They probably shall. Why would I not want to be bullish of gold in non-US dollar terms? Why shouldn't one be bullish of gold in euro terms?
Do you have a gold forecast within the next 6 months?
Higher. That's the best that one can do in this business. Where do I think it'll go? If I put a price number on it, if I miss it by $5, I'll look like an idiot. And the guys at who's the group? Tyler Durden. Who are those guys?
Right. Zero Hedge.
Zero Hedge. They're always out to get me. If you miss gold by $5, suddenly you become an idiot by Zero Hedge. So I don't put a price on it. The best that one can get in the business of trading is get the direction right. what has been going on in gold in euro terms. It's been going from the lower left to the upper right. That's a bull move. I think that shall continue.
Dennis Gartman, thank you so much for joining us on Kitco.com. And
my honor.
Come back on more frequently, you know. And thank you for watching our coverage here from the New Orleans Investment Conference. We'll have more for you. Be sure to stay tuned. Thanks for watching.